Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 4. Ready, go!
Alright everybody, good to see you. I'm going to spar with ZayTiggy, and also I've let Dennis 0201 know. However, we'll see if Dennis can join us. If not, Blurring, you can join us if Dennis cannot. So, anyways, hope you're doing good. This will be fun, fighting against, ZayTiggy wanted to do a sparring session for a while, so it's the first time we've been able to do it, so this will be good. I want to work on my matchup against Blaze as well. So.
Ready, go!
Good. Sweep is a very underrated tool. Leon has a really good sweep because it knocks down, so it instantly resets. Vanessa has a good sweep, but the problem is she has to understand the frame situation after the sweep, because her case, she might if the opponent has advantage, she's got to work with that knowledge. And for me, I'm the type of guy who's going to attack right away after blocking it. So Vanessa really has to know the frames from her sweep. Most characters do, but that's why Leon has a really good sweep, is because it's what we call reset. So right now I'm using Leon's 8P plus K as a way to say, as a really cool tool, because I suspected that ZayTiggy likes to do the low punch and the backdash, and you can't really do that with Leon's 8 plus K. The trick is you can do the backdash, but now I'm forcing him to commit to doing evade to Leon's back. So that's the trick. So I would tell him that if he's listening on the stream. But I think he'll figure it out as we play.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Good. Good.
Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
There we go. Man, that's interesting tech there. Very good. Good round. must be forward.
Round 3. Ready, go!
So 46K doesn't have the range. That is punishable. So if Leon does all three, does that last elbow, that elbow is punishable and block. Alright. Now I'm going to try to analyze this game a bit.
Ready, go!
Good. Good. His retreat habit it's a possible vulnerability. Let's see what happens if I go after it.
Ready, go!
Good. Good. Oh, that's really good.
Knockout.
That was excellent. Okay. Then he just went for the jab. Alright. That was excellent. That was good. Alright, let's try other stuff. Good thing is he kept the backdash in check. Alright. So
Round 1. Ready, go!
spacing is good, but I can whiff punish him, so. Good patience on defense. He does have good patience, so he's not falling for a lot of stuff.
Round 2. Ready,
And he does do a lot of high block, which is good. It's a little bit too much high attacking there, but it was working for him because it was interrupting a lot of stuff. Elblaze is the character with... No, he's not. Eileen has 11 frame jab. No, Elblaze does, yeah. Is it Pi, Kage, Leon, Eileen? Nope, not Elblaze. So that 12, it's a 12 frame. But those highs are what are the opening, right? So right now it's more of being careful about those highs. It's now he's trying to target half circular. Maybe he was trying to target half circular because 4P is a good move. Alright, Blurring, welcome. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say Dennis is actually planning to jump in, but it's okay. No room left for Dennis. I'll let him know. Excellent, good. Punish those side steps. Yep. Hey, SpaceTime, going good. I forgot to reply to your message, but I can chat sometime this week, tomorrow. Well, we'll see, because Very clever moves. Just gonna cut through some though. Kinda. This is. I just started this, or ZayTiggy started this one. But I am working on everybody's game today. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's see if I can assault blurring.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Good opening. Very good.
What a knucklehead!
Let's see here.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Those highs are his vulnerability. He's counting on them being fast enough, but I am evading, but I'm also not falling for the stuff that comes up after. That's good. That's really good conversion. So, when you fight a character like Leon or Eileen, if they ever get into crush mode, meaning they're trying to slide under your highs, you need to use more safe mids. So what are some of the safe mids? Basically any fast mid that's not going to put you, that you can kind of fuzzy guard after if it's blocked. So like Vanessa, some of her mids will put her in Nitaku, so you kind of want to use those just a little bit, not too much. You want to kind of do the safe mids if you're trying to stop people from crushing, right? So Leon can crush because he can hop kick with 8k, and he can do deep hops too, and he also has really good lows, and especially his counter hit low. But actually the 1k, the truth about the 1k is it's mediocre reward if it's used as a crush. It's really intended to be a counter hit, like to punish people for a barring. So that's the truth about the 1k. The kick that looks like a mid, right? It's not really, it's a really good low, but its reward is basically that. So how do I get that? I get that either because you were buried and I used it, or because you tried to do like a Sabakio reversal and I chose that. Those are the conditions. It's way too hard to counter hit a throw because of how fast throws are. It just doesn't happen often. But very nice. Nice. Very good, very good. Yeah, just low block and a good punish. But 1k is completely punishable by evade or block. So any defense that works against lows really sets you up to do a lot against 1k. So 1k is a high risk, high reward move. So now I'm going to show something to Blurring a bit. Also, any mid that's being used, when a mid is being used with proper frame advantage, then it's a safe mid too. So, for the most part. Yeah. So I make the Okizeme kind of tough because I do mix mid and low. And when I especially go into mid versus guard break, it's very scary. That takes very difficult timing. Yeah, Leon's backdash is really good, and I'm using that a lot. So.
Round one. Ready, go!
Good. See those mids? Those mids really messed me up, right? I'm not... That was good. Very good. Thanks. I will work on that. I will really work on that. I love that move. Need to punish better.
Round three. Ready, go!
So, very good throw. Man, I didn't realize that move was coming out like that. Oh crap. Yeah, just be patient. I'm trying to trap you. I'm trying to confuse you. Like I said earlier today, if you see Leon's low kick, just do duck and guard. That's the answer. That's good. He does. Zay has real skills. Zay has really good skills. I think he's going to come out very sharp in this after the end of this night. Zay, you have good skills.
Round one. Ready, go!
That's so cool. Good. This is going to be so much fun.
Round two. Ready, go! Round three. Ready, go!
Very good. Tackle is so awesome. That was excellent. Really good game. Really good game. Completely caught me off guard. Caught me on all those. Good stuff, Blurring. Very clever use of low. Hey Ray, good to see you. That was an excellent game. Blurring caught me off guard with all that. Played against my game, but also got me to think extra, got me to kind of be a little confused, and also that last, like, the low attack before the final hit was a big deal because it puts me in range of like losing to the second hit, and I underestimated the situation. Yeah.
Round 2. Ready, go!
I like the way they're using 9P as well, and we'll see if I can make them evolve their options, but that's up to me to make them evolve the options first.
Round 3. Ready, go!
And by that I mean the options after 9P is blocked. But I have to make Blurring. I have to threaten Blurring so that their options can evolve from there. That was really good. Really good punch. That's similar to the L Blaze study of the week with. Everyone should follow Don't Worry Blaze's Twitter account. He's been posting how to deal with demon kick. And he says basically after demon kick, if you've got like a high mid string, you do that. If you've got like a 12 frame high mid string, and like, so Leon actually has really nasty tech, and that'll force a guessing game on Demon K that if Blaze even wants to try it. If you can master that tech, then you'll be forcing a guessing game from Demon Kick. That's if you block the Demon Kick and then he does Rocket Discharge. Then the proper answer, like, is a Kara PP. That might be ring out. Nope.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Hey Taco Guy, going really good. How did the matches with Fender go? Did you have a good session with King Death Cradle? I'm hoping you two got to fight each other. That was good. Very good, boy. Punish. That was okay, because I rolled away, minus 15. Anytime you see your opponent roll away, if they're not Akira, as long as they're not Akira, if they roll away, be greedy and hope that they do a rising attack that you block, because it'll be minus 15 in that case. So just be greedy with that. Is it? Okay, I'll fix that again. I thought I changed it earlier, but I'll change it again.
What a knucklehead!
I hate this interface. Okay. It is saying that. I changed it, but that's okay. Thanks a lot for letting me know. Alright, I changed it. It should take about a couple minutes. Should take a couple minutes, and then... Thank you very much. Yeah.
Round 1. Ready, go!
going crush mode. Thank you so much. Alright, awesome. Thank you so much, Bronx Jackie. I heard you're in Japan right now? Good, that's punishable. Excellent. I see. Thanks for supporting us all the way from Japan, man. I'm glad you're there. I'm jealous. I wish I was there. Cooperation Cup for Street Fighter, V-Tribe Cup for Virtua Fighter. 625 players. 125 teams. It's gonna be an amazing Evo. Very good battle, ZayTiggy. So right now, ZayTiggy and I have a very similar rhythm, and so he's losing out on a lot of the exchanges on that. Kind of hitting him on the off timing.
Round one. Ready, go!
It's too slow. The world tour mode.
Ready, go!
Man, the mix-ups are so good on that. Good round. I guess I evaded the wrong way. I thought I evaded that, but it must be the wrong way.
Round four. Ready, go!
Yeah, Vanessa. That was really good. I love that. It's gonna be a good game. Good game, Blair. Good game.
On the battlefield, you'd be dead.
Excellent, excellent. Very good game.
Round one. Ready, Round 2. Ready, go! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout!
It's really good stuff. Those combos are on point.
I've got the advantage. You've got nothing.
Very good battle.
Round 1. Ready, go! Take that. Round 2. Ready, go! Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice. That was so good.
Excellent!
Beautiful setup. Okay, so maybe I have to roll away after KKK. I have to roll away after KKK.
Ready, go!
I see. That was a cool Sabaki. That was so cool. I see. That's what he's waiting for.
Knockout!
Okay.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Good game, ZayTiggy. Those were some awesome setups. You're getting more comfortable with this, so I love that. That was really good.
Serious fight! Round 1. Ready, go!
Not sure what they'll run. Probably PC. I wouldn't be surprised if they run it on PC. Oh, they're definitely gonna run it on PC. Yeah. Arturo's gonna make sure they run it on PC. So the trick, if I force side turn you like this here, well, you don't want to get hit by a side kick.
Round one. Ready, go!
Okay, if I block all three. I always forget that this thing has got that kick after it. Punch, uppercut, kick. +2 on block.
Forgot to train, eh?
Alright, let's do some.
Round one. Ready, go! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
Good.
Round four. Ready, go!
That's good. He actually hit me out of crouch dash.
Ring out.
See? I thought I'm better.
Barely got away with that side.
Round one. Ready, go! Round two. Ready, go!
It's going really good. I need to do more correct options there though. But awesome to see you, Dr. Fat Body. How are you doing? How's your recovery from Fight Kingdom? The late night train's been going really, really good though.
Ready, go!
Yep. It was so much fun being there with you.
Round 5.
Awesome.
Ready, go!
Good game, Blaine. Good game. That was a really good game, Blaine.
You're no match for me.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
That was really good. Yes, always do that. You gotta do the dash and low punch if you get the 6 PK. Very good. I like that.
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Really good fuzzy guard.
Knockout!
He's got the right ideas there too. So he's got good. ZayTiggy's got some good stuff in his movement. It's just
You'd be
he'll get
dead.
it a little bit better. All right, here we go.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Really? Where did my guard button go? That's okay.
Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
I think you can take that last hit, but it's hard to know though.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Can't do that. Alright, so good. I like that sequence a lot. this stance is very dangerous to do against Leon unless he's doing something very specific.
You want a serious fight?
Oh, very specific Okizeme. So we'll have to figure out which ones those are the ones to do it on. But definitely you want to do it on something he overcommits. So sometimes maybe like 6 PP finisher might be the one to do it on, because that one is a perfectly timed meaty. So the stance might work there. Good. Very good. Very nice. That's how you use backdash.
What a knucklehead.
Very good guess on throw.
Round 2. Ready, go! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout!
What?
Round 4.
Okay.
Ready, go! Excellent!
battle.
I want a serious fight.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout.
1K card or 1K? 1K card doesn't loss, but
Round two.
4-4 kick card. Or Vanessa. Nice.
Knockout. Round three. Ready, go! Knockout.
Nice. Okay. Have a good one, Blurring. Thanks so much for the battles, and I hope we get to fight some more. Very nice.
Knockout.
See? I thought I'm better.
If he wants to chat, you can.
Round one. Ready, go!
Man, he's figuring that out.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go!
I'm gonna put him on voice chat because I can tell him some tips.
Ring out.
Very good. Oh wow! Hey, congratulations, Jim Haney.
Ready?
There'll be people that can play VF5 there, so we'll see how that goes.
My time is here.
Alright, I'm gonna send him an invite on voice chat. Oh, good. Can you hear me okay? ZayTiggy, hey there, this is Chanchai. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, alright. Do you have your, so I don't know if the audience, if the stream can hear your chat or not. Do you have it set to open or is it closed, like private? Okay, it's probably going to be set to private, so then they probably can't hear you. That's okay. It's a little quiet, so I'm turning the volume up. You are doing very good, but I can tell you some of the stuff that some of the openings you can cover. So part of it is that actually we'll do a game, and then I'll tell you after the game. But you do have a really good game, so I want you to know that. Like, your combo ability is really good, and you have a lot of good combat sense, but there is just a few elements that make that you're open to. And then there's also dealing with L Blaze too. It's more that, like, a lot of situations are more guesses than you would imagine, you know? And I just kind of... I'm aggressive enough that I figure these things out. But you can also see that, like, Blaze has trouble with, like, the mid-range, like, with the mid-range stuff, right? Like, the spacing is kind of difficult. Like, he has to really close in, and that's kind of rough. He has long-range tools, but, you know, like, I like to use spacing, so... Feel it. Nice. Good. Excellent throw escape. Okay, so here's the things that I notice when I fight your Blaze, or like the openings that I take advantage of. It's good to use the highs, but the problem is you use them like slightly too much. And so I do moves that slide under high, and this also allows me to use my lows a little more. But you definitely don't want to get counter hit by my low because of Leon's 1K is so good against Blaze. So what this means is sometimes you should use some safe mids more, especially at the mid range. I know that the speed of the jab is what encourages you to win a lot in the mid range exchange, but when you're being more careful using your safe mids like your uppercut and stuff like that, those are better tools for the combat, because those safe mids stop me from doing like a low punch under that high, for example, right? And a lot of times I'm incidentally beating your high stuff with the low, yeah. And then be a little patient on defense. That was excellent. That was excellent. But yeah. The second thing is that I am very, like, I have a sense of how to evade you. Part of it is that somehow I'm guessing correctly when I'm evading like your half circulars, but mainly it's because you kind of have a linear timing, but the biggest factor is actually that you actually don't throw enough. And that is one of the hardest skills to build in this game. is the like being comfortable throwing like in the middle of the match. It's really scary because, you know, especially because a lot of people you fight against are very aggressive, right? But stuff like getting someone stuck on it, and then, you know, now I can just throw like that. So you kind of get used to it. You kind of get used to the idea that actually, unless somebody does a flat-out launcher in the middle of nowhere, like getting out poked for doing a throw is not a bad thing. That's a low risk, right? So when we're doing these poke wars, it's okay to go for throw because the risk is pretty low. What you're afraid of is when they have a deep read of when you're going to throw and they do a launcher. That's when you're in trouble for throwing. So you do want to throw more. And by doing throwing, that makes the opponent afraid to evade. Because in this game, throwing beats evading. Like throwing beats sidestep. And then the things that I'm doing a little bit is that I'm recognizing when I have advantage just a little bit better than you are. And so that's where sometimes I'm kind of out-hitting. But you've been doing good on a lot of defense, and you actually do have a good slippery offense. You're used to it with like Vanessa, so it's like you're getting used to Leon's kind of tools. But I am very scary because I'm doing stuff like Fuzzy Guard like a lot, you know. However, L-Blaze has an awesome... Spacetime, you can join us. L-Blaze has an awesome anti-Fuzzy Guard, so let's do a Fuzzy Guard situation. I'm going to show you two basic situations. I'm going to do jab, and I'm going to do jab elbow. Okay? So, as you know, if you guard, this thing is like +2 for me. And typically I'll do this. Now, the big deal is the elbow. When I do the elbow, I'm going to Fuzzy Guard after you block it, and that's because that will, like, try to throw me after elbow. Try to do a mid after elbow, right? So delay throw is going to work. So you would have to delay, but otherwise I'm punishing those immediate options that you're buffering, right? Now do a low throw. Yeah, so this is... L-Blaze has a low throw. You want to use that to punish people that are doing Fuzzy Guard, and they will typically do it in this situation.
So after mid.
After the elbow specifically is blocked. Like, especially against me. Like, if anything, train for this. And then you can, and then learn to watch it. Like, you'll end up categorizing opponents that do Fuzzy Guard and opponents that don't. If they if you fight me, you'll get lots of anti-Fuzzy Guard training. Like, because I'll be Fuzzy Guarding a lot. When you see people head bobbing, right? So, like, let's say you do a jab, and I block it. This is the Fuzzy Guard. So then you kind of want to, you can low throw that. And that one is holding guard, and then going down guard, neutral guard. And that's like when -2 or -3. I don't do this one as much, but I'm just letting you know to watch for head bobs. And then kind of telling yourself, when do they head bob, right? But specifically against you, though, I do a lot of evasion. So, for example, you typically will attack back, but you're not throwing enough, and I'll show you how. So I'm going to low punch, and then maybe I'll do this. Actually, better yet, I'm going to side kick, and I'm going to evade. So just go ahead and do an attack after it. Like, buffer the attack. Okay, so in VF, buffering means... So in VF, you can input your next move as much as 12 frames before you recover. So if you're wondering why I'm so fast, this is why 50-year-old men can play this game. Because you don't have to wait for recovery to do it. You can just input right away. So for example, I do this, then you go ahead and attack back right away by inputting, like, the moment that I hit you, the moment that you block my attack, input like your next attack. It can be 6K. Right? This is a sidestep. And I'm just inputting it early. Now you try it. Do a side kick to me. I'll block it. Yeah. Now do that and then tap up or down after. Up neutral. Don't press guard. Yeah. Actually, maybe try a different move. Let's do elbow. Play 6B. You want to do a sidestep, which is you tap up and then neutral. Like up and let go. Yeah. Yeah, like that. That's a fail. So this is what you call failed evade. Successful evade is, so go ahead and hit me with, try to attack me with the 6P. No, it won't work with jab. Because jab, you're plus. So here's the thing. When you're minus, that's when you do sidestep in this game. Yeah, 6P and then tap up. Tap up even before your character recovers. Yeah. Now tap down. That's sidestep. Successful sidestep requires that your opponent is already in an attack. And because of that, that's why you do it at a disadvantage. So now, I'm going to do a side kick, you block it, and then you attack me back. And I'm hitting you with this a lot. Like, I'm getting a sidestep, and then I'm attacking you right away. So I'm doing this, and then you attack, yeah. So notice, like, if you don't do anything, I do a bad sidestep. But you do something right away, you do... Then, but, like, you attack right away, you input the next move early, then I'm sidestepping. If you see your opponent sidestepping, you gotta, like, throwing is the answer. So now, I'm gonna hit you with side kick, you block, you throw right away with zero hesitation. You do it before you recover. Do it before you recover. See? Yeah. So it's important for you to understand how sidestepping works in this game, and that because sidestepping is beating you all day right now. And the answer to sidestepping is, now again, this is a bad sidestep. Successful sidestep, go ahead and attack me right, do like 6K right after you block. Okay? That's what's hitting you. Similar, like let's say I do the same thing. You do a side kick, and this time you evade to Leon's back. Do you see the direction is the back is up, right? See, Leon's chest is facing us, that's down, and Leon's back is facing up, that's into the screen. Okay. So you do a side kick, and then and the rule of thumb for Leon is you should evade to his back. So, this is a lot to take in, but do you understand how the sidestepping works in this game? Or does this make sense? Okay. Okay. So I'll explain. The sidestep has a few rules. A good sidestep. A good sidestep in this game, it's the opposite of Tekken. Tekken, you do a sidestep when you have advantage. Or it's a good idea to. In this game, you do sidestep when you're at disadvantage, when you're losing. And you're not losing by health, but losing by frames. When your opponent's ahead of you, when they recover before you. Because the chance of them attacking that you're going to sidestep is higher. So in this game, the rules of sidestep is a good successful sidestep requires that the opponent's already attacking. If the opponent's not attacking, I get this bad sidestep. So now watch this. I'm going to do a jab. You block it. I'm plus on this. So if you attack right away and if I do this and sidestep, I'm going to get hit. Watch. Do you know why I got hit? Because I'm at advantage, it is impossible for you to already be in attack when I'm doing the sidestep. So I will get the bad sidestep and you will hit me. So you see what that means, right? So it means that in this game, you sidestep. Sidestepping in this game is like parries and third strike. Does that make sense? So the best way to explain it is they are like Street Fighter 3 third strike parries. You do it as a response to the opponent's attack. And so you can do it by watching them attack, but they already have to be in attack before you sidestep. So you're doing really good stuff, but your attacks, I'm sidestepping and I'm hitting you. And so I saw that you were open to sidestepping. And so the way you punish sidestepping is one, you can delay an attack, you can do a crouch dash and then attack. And that will, so if like, let's say I do, let's block. I'm going to do an elbow and I'm going to do sidestep. do a crouch dash and then do punch. And then do PK, okay? You know how to do crouch dash?
Yeah.
Okay. Show me a crouch dash and the PK just so I can see it. Yeah. Okay. So now after you block the elbow, do that.
Sometimes my inputs are a little bit,
No problem. You did it correctly. So what happens is I do the bad sidestep, and you, because you delayed, you didn't attack, right? So then I do the bad sidestep, and then you end up hitting me from the bad sidestep. So it sounds confusing until you kind of get used to it. So now let's have you practice the sidestep. So I'm going to block your elbow, your 6P, and then you're going to do a sidestep. So. Now that one's only because that's half circular. So the second rule, we have what we call, the attacks are half circular or circular. This is a circular attack, cannot be sidestepped at all, right? Now Leon has a lot of half circular attacks. This time you need to evade to his back where that skateboard is. So which direction is his back? Tell me which direction.
is it up, right?
No, it's down because it's facing us right now. So which direction is his back, his skateboard facing? Like, his back is towards us. His chest is pointing up to that cabin. Do you see that? Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's going to be tricky for you to get used to this. It might take a week, but you're going to have to get used to seeing moves like this, because against Leon, this is really hard. This is going to be really hard. Other opponents, easier, like Jackie. But against Leon, you want to evade to his back. You want to evade, like in this case, up. But here's the problem. I switch my stance, now it's down. Right? Now it's up. And then it's going to be down for the next attack. So in this case, do like an elbow block, and then evade to his evade down. So, attack and then sidestep. Yep. Just like that. Now up. Now down. Now up. Yep. So see, you got to go to his back or his front.
It's hard to like.
It's really hard with Leon because he changes stances like half the time. Like half his moves change his stance. That's why it's really hard to sidestep him. Other characters a little easier. If you fight against like Paul 68 KDMD or Setsuna, they tend to use moves that you evade to the back. But actually most Akiras should use moves that you have to evade to the front. On VFDC on the move list, it will show you. I can send you a picture so that you can see how to look at that move list. If you're looking at the VFDC move list with your phone, you want to be in horizontal mode, in landscape mode with your phone, so that you can see like which direction to sidestep a move. Either to the character's front, the attacker's front, or to their back. It's really important to understand this is how sidestepping works in this game, because actually, for a lot of characters, sidestepping actually leads to bigger damage. If you sidestep like a launcher, you'll probably have the opportunity to do bigger damage. But the hard part is if you sidestep like a jab, you're probably at disadvantage. So you want to keep defending if you sidestep a jab, you know. So if I do like this, so after you block, try to sidestep, yeah. And the problem is it's hard to attack into this, though. You could, though, if someone was doing this, you would just 2P them, because 2P would counter the high punch, but. So you want to just low punch this, yeah. But you want to be careful about like sidestep and then. Yep. The problem is if I do this, though. Okay, proper responses. If I low punch, proper response, usually the standard response is to elbow right away. If you're not feeling it, do a low punch, but you're going to be open to a hop attack. So I do low punch, you want to do 6P right away.
I notice a lot of times you can crouch.
Yes. Yep. So you can see that this is this how much this stuffs you, right? So like if you do a low punch and I block it, go ahead and do that. That's like, this is the standard response. Now, if you have to know yourself if you can do it or not, because sometimes the connection's tough and you can't do it, so you just low punch back. But the standard response is the 6P. This is what any Japanese player will be looking for. But then standard response to an elbow is actually low punch, because elbow only is like -5 on block. So actually elbow's standard response is like, if you block my elbows to do that fuzzy guard that I showed you, this. Have you learned fuzzy guard?
Is it this?
Yeah. So like do an elbow 6P guard. Yeah, and then basically after that you want to crouch dash and standing guard. So important.
Hard time on block, so
Yep. Are you playing on pad or stick? Yep, gamepad. No problem. Gamepad, you can do it. It takes a lot of practice. So in a training mode, you do want to practice this. L blaze, it is an important skill to kind of like what you're doing when you do an elbow with L blaze. And this is a long-term project. This might take a few weeks. Okay. If they guard, you want to crouch dash. If you do normal hit, it's okay to crouch dash too, but it's better if you just went ahead and like it's better if you did like a low punch or something, right? Like if it hits, then low punch. If it's blocked, fuzzy guard, okay? Now this is hard. This is a hard hit confirm. For me, it's really hard to do this just from like after it connects. So actually, I watch my opponent when I do the elbow. And that's how like, if I'm doing the elbow and I see you're crouching, or if you're still crouching before I hit, then I'm gonna assume it's a crouch hit. And with L blaze, that means you would have like elbow kick into the dash low punch. That's pretty hard to do, but it's a skill that you build, and you kind of start to see it. So you start getting used to knowing what your elbow's like, and then now you start watching your opponent when you do the elbow. Yep. Yeah. So fuzzy guard, but it's okay. We can go ahead and fight. But you're gonna see me doing a lot of fuzzy guard. You're gonna see me do a lot of jab elbow. This one messes a lot of people because if you block that high jab, I'm +2. Also, you can practice fuzzy guard after low punch is blocked also. Good. So these tiny games, okay, so go ahead and let's fight normally. You're probably going to win because I'm just going to use jab elbow throws against you. But this is really a strong way to play. It's scary, right? This is the boxing of Virtua Fighter. But if you get really good at this, you win a lot of. You know how to fight really strong players. It's not the everything, but it's a strong foundation. It does have a weakness, which is backdash. But I can still fight. I can still box somebody that's backdashing. That's good. Very good. But you can see how strong just jab, elbow, and throw are, right? Like, this is not meant to insult, so I hope you don't take it in a bad way.
Oh, no way. I know this is all about. It's just asking.
Yep. So this is the kind of boxing we're doing in VF, like as a base, as a foundation, and you already have a lot of these skills, but I did realize that these were kind of the things that you were struggling with. Was basically you had like a lot of highs, which is okay, but the problem is low jab beats all the highs, right? So it's like
Just some more levels, right?
right. Well, it's more of like using your mids as like a measuring stick to kind of stop me from doing that, and then learning how to seize the advantage. It's yeah, so VF is primarily, it's the first foundation, the first layer is boxing. The second layer is, but grappling is part of the boxing too. And you see how powerful, like, if I'm playing with these rules that I'm only doing the boxing, notice how almost all my damage is from the throws. But right now I'm playing normal against SpaceTime. But yeah. That was really good. So the problem is he did a high attack there, right? And saw how like my ducking just kind of got free hits. And it got free advantage. A lot of people don't realize that like I'll hit them and throw, right? They'll be like, how did I get thrown, right? And it's because I interrupted them and then threw. That said, Jeffrey has anti fuzzy guard. So does Elblaze because of the low throws. Like characters that don't have low throws wish they had them. Because it stops people from doing fuzzy guard like right away. No, you've got low throws though, dude. You've got low throws. So that's what I'm saying is your character has it, but the hard part is your character does need to get good at the boxing so they can open up that damage game they've got, you know, because you got to win this. Yeah, you can join our party. I'm gonna send an invite to SpaceTime.
Should I,
That's fine. I'm gonna send him in here. Give me a sec. Alright, let's fight. See, that's just how powerful low jab into throw is. Doesn't matter what level of skill you are, it's pretty powerful. That said, there's two weaknesses to the jabs and to the boxing though. Like I said, backdash is one of them. The other is actually, if you rely too much on the jabs at high level of play, when you jab somebody without doing a counter hit, they can fuzzy guard. It's really scary. Like I do that now in offline play, so. Very good. That was good. Good round. See, there you go. Punish the fuzzy guard. That was brilliant. And you did the correct answer. So, if you know somebody's going to throw, if you absolutely are certain someone's going to throw, the answer is to launch them. Yeah. Like, throw escape is so... Throw escape, the purpose of throw escapes, which you should do after every time you defend or are vulnerable, you should always do a throw escape. But that's because you're hedging. That's because you're protecting yourself. It's a layer of armor. Throw escapes are like a layer of armor, but if you know somebody's going to throw you, the answer is to do the launcher. If you 100% know they're going for the throw, do the launcher. Because attack always beats throw. But throwing is very scary, so, right? Like, so it's just like if you know they're going to defend, throw. Excellent. Good game. So now the boxing becomes really hard to do against you. So, but yeah. Is it making sense? Is it clicking? Awesome. Yeah, we can keep doing these sessions, you know, and I'm happy to help you, you know, let it all click, because when it all comes together, it's pretty amazing. And then the game keeps getting more and more interesting and more fun. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you already do a lot of really interesting and good stuff. Like, I gotta give you credit. Everybody's impressed with your combos. You know? And you actually have a good sense of combat. But I think we just need to polish your fundamentals so that you can make really scary decisions. And also so you can deconstruct the opponent's decisions. Yeah. So keep it up, have fun, and you and SpaceTime will make really good sparring partners too. So. That was excellent. Oh, it was good though. Yeah, I can hear you, SpaceTime. Good to have you in the chat, man. It's good to have you guys battle too. I'm gonna play with the boxing only, which makes it really hard for me, but that's okay. Just want to have fun with you guys, and I just want you to start seeing some of the small details with it. But do whatever you like to do. LD Wells, awesome to see you. I saw you were playing earlier. Man, good throw escapes, you guys. Good battle. Oh. So LD Wells, awesome to hear you had good. You were playing with the KDQ crew, right? With Bushido. Sounds good. And LD Wells played really good this weekend. He gets really, his reads are very good actually. When he's relaxed, he's very scary. Well, it's true. You, LD Wells, you deserve the hype. Like Nova and I are both impressed with your play, but we're just like, he just needs to relax more. But that was your first tournament. That's normal. What you went through was 1000% normal in a tournament, which is it's a nervous environment, and you played solid in it. But it's like, it might be 70% of your normal play. That's normal. But you get stronger when you get a lot more relaxed in tournaments. And players that thrive on adrenaline are the scariest in tournaments. There are players that adrenaline fuels them and they do crazy crap. Or like they're like on another planet. Oh, whoops, we'll do jab. Nice. That was good. Oh, that was nasty. I'm gonna lose. Ah, that hurts. Well, that's how powerful the boxing is. I call it PEAT. Stands for punches, elbows, throws, and defense. It used to be escapes, but people get confused when you say escapes. But and I still use it against the Japanese and everybody. So yeah, that's why I like Pete. Like, yeah. That's a tricky question. The problem is if somebody's doing Pete, then you do want to be defensive. But when they start doing big stuff, your side turns give you a lot. Your side steps give you a lot when they do big stuff. So Pete is a way of also dealing with somebody that likes to evade. Right, so because I'm playing Pete, then sidestepping me is a little sidestepping me means I might have a little bit of advantage until you block my elbow. So now you're waiting for the jab, right? And so I'm like, okay. Really good. Really hard to beat this thing. But I can do it, so. Back throw. Back throw. Yeah, he does half circle backs the command, so back throw is the escape. What I gotta do? This? It's gonna be hard. It's good, brother. Yep, this is ZayTiggy, yes.
About 6 months.
So yeah, before learning like anything else, this boxing is actually really strong foundation for VF. You're doing really good. It's a forward throw. This is wall throw. Oh, well, I'm just showing like the core Virtua Fighter boxing. If I change characters, I can show you it's the same. So I'll show you. Like it's not just Leon. This is core VF. So let's see. It'll look the same. I don't. I'm just showing core boxing for you. I play him a little, but yeah. So that's the same boxing, right? I'm still using jab, elbow, throw. I did do a down kick, but yeah. This is the core of VF. Like, does it, unless you're, I mean, the only characters that don't really learn this right away, but they have to eventually learn it, are Lei Fei, Shan, Vanessa. It's learning how to do throws, yeah. But that, you see how powerful throw is, though, right? So it's like. What's that? Yeah, so there's two ways to do crouch dash. You can double tap the 3 direction, but you can also do 3, 2, 3, where you squiggle it. So, like, 3, 2, 3 is important because some moves you need to do that to get those moves to work in from crouch. But yeah. That was so good. Nice. Oh, that hurts.
This is really strong. Like, what do you do against that?
Well, so you have to understand a couple of things when you're fighting Pete. It's just, one is fight better. The other, you can do stuff like backdash. And so if somebody's fighting it, you can do like that. But it's hard to do this against Jeffrey. So for me, fighting up close is better, and just making the correct guess on when to throw. So you're trying to get them to be conditioned to defend, so that you can do throw. And so now that said, when they guess that, if they start getting good at guessing when you're going to go for the throw, that's when they should do a launcher. And then to fight against it, backdash is strong because jab, elbows, and throws all are weak to backdash. But you kind of have to know what you're doing from the backdash, because you're going to have to do something pretty quick to hit the person that just whiffed. Lau has some tricks for that. So, not many, but he's just got backdash into standing palm combo. Then he's got like a low punch crush. So Lau has this, which is a low punch crush. Yep, 3-3P is good. Good. So now you're like, okay, I'm going to use attack so you can't throw me, which is good. But I will score some counter hit damage over time. Nice. Now you're getting comfortable with that. Good round. I don't know what that sound is, but it's all good. Yeah. You actually have a good sense of it, to be honest. But I would say that I'll send you a link to my throw escape guide, and it'll make a lot of sense to you, especially with the way that you're playing. It'll make sense to you. So one is, yeah, I'll just say I'm gonna refer you to my guide, because my guide is about how to Yomi it, but it also gives examples of strategies people tend to use, so you can kind of figure out what your opponent's trying to do. But and like some approaches for those strategies. But eventually, when you start playing high level, the throw becomes more about Yomi. But at much of like beginner and intermediate level, the throw is about like people tend to have throw habits and they tend to have throw strategies. And basically, the gist. I'm gonna let you two play. I'm gonna take a break. So the gist is that I break it down into Yomi concepts, which is what I call the bias, which is what somebody wants to do. What is the thing they're always trying to do? And then the pivot, how much do I have to stop them before they change their mind and decide they're going to do something else instead of that thing that they want to do? And then there's the overrides, which is sometimes when health is low, neutral throw becomes lethal, or sometimes near the ring out, there's a ring out throw. So something that's an override is something that should be done because it's just going to flat out win the round. And then, but the read is not that. The read is, does my opponent actually go for those things? When my health is low, does my opponent go for neutral throw because he thinks that I'm not going to escape neutral throw? Or when we're near the wall, is he going to go for the throw that's going to get the wall combo? And so you have to make that determination when you read your opponent. So those are the three components. Now I do give strategies that people tend to use, and then counter strategies for those. At this point, your skill is, you already have the skill of being able to do throw escape, and you already know to deny like strong ones. And so that part you've already got down. So you're ready to actually start implementing like studying your opponent and having a plan for how to deal with them. And then I think after you understand these different plans, then I think you're going to start just having a more direct Yomi approach to the throw game. Meaning you're going to start to understand your opponent a little better. And going to be doing it based on your understanding of your opponent instead of a preset strategy. I didn't include Shiwa's throw escape strategy. So, yeah. DK Jackie is talking about. He says that he hasn't read my guide and doesn't plan on it, so that's fine. But because DK Jackie's already strong and playing at the Yomi level, so.
Round 4. Ready, go!
But there are some things that I do cover, such as, like, if an opponent is purely being random, there's two parts to your defense against that, right? If somebody's being random with throws, I would actually just escape, like, the higher damage throws. But also, I would focus more on when they throw as opposed to which throw they use, because then you just launch them whenever they throw. So it's like they might be random on their throw directions, but if it turns out that their throw pattern, like when they actually throw, is predictable, then you can just launch them whenever, if they're being predictable on when they go for the throw. So yeah.
I'm like trying to take all this in.
I've got the advantage. You've got nothing.
Yeah, Yomi just means the ability to read the opponent. Yeah. You don't need to, like, okay, so if Yomi is not your strong suit, it's kind of okay to a degree. What you can do instead of focus, like, there's a pull and a push. Understanding your opponent and having countermeasures is a pull, right? But a push approach is you can learn how to condition people and then kind of force decisions, and then based on that, you're kind of doing a reverse read. So you're reading when they're going to change up, when they're going to try to finally beat down what you're trying to do. There is a way to play that way as well. But again, my guide is just kind of meant to introduce concepts of what people do in throw. I agree with what DK Jackie said, though. He said that basically, if you have to throw escape, you're already losing. Fuzzy guard is super crucial so that you don't have to deal with that as much. But also, it is, like I said, at the end of the day, the most important thing to know is that if you... Throw escapes are for situations where you're defending and you just happen to... Like, it's more like you think they're going to attack, so you're guarding. But evade is often better. But the throw escape is more... It's a layer of armor, and it's not much more than that. It neutralizes the situation. If you're trying to throw somebody and your opponent does a throw escape, you correctly did the throw. Throwing was probably the correct thing to do. It's just that they happened to neutralize it with the throw escape. But it meant that they were probably guarding or sidestepping or not doing an attack, and not crouching. So that just means it was the correct thing to do overall. So if somebody escapes your throw, you should never beat yourself up over it. But the thing is, if you absolutely know your opponent's going to throw, the correct answer is not to do a throw escape. The correct answer is to freaking launch them, like to combo the crap out of them, because they were predictable at when they were going to throw. So that makes throwing a little tricky to learn in this game, but also, but it is important to get good at throwing people, because otherwise they have their way with their defense is strong. But yeah, as DK Jackie says, though, you fuzzy guard, but then you input throw escape as a safety net. Yeah, it's like adding extra layer of armor to your situation. But yes, you should be doing throw escapes whenever you're vulnerable. It's just but it's just built into your vulnerability. But you should still be very active in this game. That was a good fuzzy. That was really good. Nice backdash.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Boy, thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. I will probably call it in about 10 minutes, but I'm really enjoying with this. Yeah, Paul and DK should definitely spar.
Yeah, I should have made a mistake.
Yeah, but feel free to ask me questions, or you know, I don't mind repeating myself. I've been doing it for 20 years, but it's also really, you know, I love this game and I like seeing people get stronger at it, because I think it's just such a fun game to get stronger at. I'm still getting stronger, so I love that too. You should. Nero's got a scary Leon, so I believe it, and I believe Nero can win with a lot of characters actually, but it would be awesome to watch. You gotta be secure in what you are, you know? I don't think people think that I'm gay because I play Leon, though. Nero says he doesn't want to play Leon because he doesn't want people to think he's gay. And I'm like, I don't think anybody's thought I was gay because I played Leon, so... you know? But I also said, you just got to be secure in knowing what you... If you know what you are, just be secure in that, you know? That's because, Nero, that's because you're very charming in real life and people are attracted to that, gay or straight. And it's okay. But hey, I don't mind that gay guys have flirted with me. So I'm just like, well, thanks. I don't swing that way, but it's cool. You know? I don't wink at dudes, but I'm just going like, not my thing, but it's cool. You know? It just meant that somehow someone found me charming. That made me happy. But I have a beautiful wife too, so that makes me happy too. So, you know, it's like... I am very lucky, Nero, but very grateful, yeah. But I also, man, I really loved hanging out with you in New York. That was absolutely wonderful. You think Leon's broken? I think he's a very well-balanced character in the game. I don't feel he's inherently unfair, but I do think he's annoying. Yeah, that's true. He has, I mean, I like the way Alpai said it to Gentleman Thief, where Alpai said that Leon has tools for every situation. It's just, you know, he might not guard punish, but he evade punishes really well. And he has wall. He has all the situations though. And I'm still been working on my side turn game. I'm not happy with it, except that I think I'm better at evade confirming, but I'm not better at what I do after the evade yet. I think I'm just getting better at the defense part of it, but I still not happy with my offense from side turn. So I'm trying to work on it. It's just I need to also get more comfortable using offensive move in certain situations more. That's true. So Nero says that Leon has so many tools that you can get lost and forget a coherent game plan. That's 100% true. You can definitely get lost in the weeds with Leon, where you're just using tools a lot, but you're not setting up the win. But you always have to set up a win condition. You know, always have to set up a win condition. Like, you have to visualize it in any game you play, right? If you play card games, you play board games, you have to visualize how you're gonna win this match, and execute. And when you're playing a utility character like Leon, it's easy to forget the win condition. Yeah. That's a good way to take it. So Nero's saying, Leon doesn't reward a punishing playstyle, so don't try to set them up to play unsafe. It's true, except, well, he does set up evade. But that's it, yeah. So getting that one evade, you know, or those two evades, you know. But it is kind of hard to get them to just do that. Like, if you play Gentleman Thief, he's just gonna 6-6p because that's all he has. Yeah, that's hard. 11 frame jab is very strong, so good. Leon, you know, Leon is one of the 4 characters with the 11 frame jab. Everyone else has 12 frames, and so 11 frame jab really, it breaks a lot of people's comfort zone because most of the cast is it's kind of this game's version of being left-handed. It's kind of like Southpaw, you know, where people are not used to it, and so they get hit by a jab in situations where they thought they were frame tight. I think it. Yeah. It's fun. Well, I have fun fighting Leon against GT. I do think that the tools Leon has allows him to disrupt GT a bit. So yeah, I think you would play so good. Yeah. No, that was GT's #1 tip to me. So Nero just said any character with a neutral throw that is good versus GT, and it's true. GT's #1 tip for me actually was that because I kept doing forward throws and back throws, he said it made it easy to read, easy to escape throws, and so then defense became rock solid against me. So he said you need to mix in the neutral just to kind of make it hard to escape throws, but also understand that Leon's neutral throw is really good because it sets up good Okizeme. And so that's what I gotta work on, is improving my Okizeme from the neutral throw. Yeah. That's okay, and so Nero's point is actually, that's a good point. Nero says that if you use the neutral throw, you force them to Abare because escaping neutral is so silly. And that makes sense. And if you can get your opponent to Abare, Leon likes to do counter hit damage, so his uppercut's good. That's a good, thank you very much for the advice, Nero. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna try to work on that. I like it. So lately I've been using I've been using it on defense lately, and it helped solve some of the problem you told me about, or that you hinted to. You didn't tell me, you told the stream. So on the stream, you and GT both said that I was weak against delay, and then I found that like if I do delay uppercut, it counter hit a lot of people that were trying to do that against me. And I kind of did it with 1-1 3P, but it was really strong. Like I've hit so many people even in Japan with 1-1 3P, where I launched them because they did delay attack. So yeah. So I use 4P to. That's why Tricky could not use Jackie against me for a while, and that's why. That's also why when I fought Denkai for a bit, it frustrated him at first because I kept using 4P against strings, just like I did against ZayTiggy's Blaze, where anytime I thought there would be a high, I did like 4P. 4P is a mid attack from Leon that slides under high attacks. It's very disruptive. It's hard to react to. Technically, if the opponent sees it, they can fuzzy guard, but it's really hard to do that, and it's awkward to do it. So Leon has plenty of advantage to work with using 4P. That said, fun fact, Jeffrey's elbow, if Jeffrey uses 6P without doing the follow-up, you can always fuzzy guard it. But if he's good at hit checking, he'll do the follow-up. So that is, yeah, so Nero's saying that with Jackie, though, the problem is with Leon's 4P is Jackie using switch step, or slide shuffle. Yeah, slide shuffle against 4P, and the risk reward is in his favor. Yeah, that makes sense. I think what Dennis 0201 does is like backdash 6K, like really messes me up for trying to do stuff like 4P. Backdash 6K, backdash beat knuckle, but slide shuffle definitely has. Okay, we're continuing the story of Nero laying his boss. So, anyways, all right. I'll see you later, Nero. Nero says he's got to go lay his boss. Let's see. Except, we can kind of believe it because we know how charming Nero is. Yeah, so I'll tell the story about Dizo. So Dizo is a good overall fighting game player. I knew them when Marvel 2, I think, was their main game. I know they used to play a lot of Tekken, but they play Guilty Gear Strive now. They're learning Virtua Fighter, and they've been playing Sarah. And their Sarah is quite good. Actually, in the tournament at Fight Kingdom, fighting Dizo, I was surprised how good they were in the neutral and in combat, actually. Even without doing fuzzy guards, they were just correctly blocking a lot of stuff and guessing really well, and that's the power of guessing really well. So in the tournament, when I realized we're kind of at a stalemate with that, I just started doing a lot of knockdown Okizeme. So I would just keep them stuck on the ground, because that forces them into guessing all the time. I will say, ZayTiggy, we're gonna have to list out all of the different Okizeme that Blaze does, because Blaze's Okizeme is very terrifying. The only downside is that most opponents should just stay down against Blaze. So I'm going to try to make a list of the ways to knock them down and punish them for them staying down. And this will condition your opponents to want to tech roll. Because when your opponents tech roll, Blaze can really wreak havoc on the opponent. So I'm gonna try to get a list of that out from the players that know, and give you some homework to do with your Blaze on how to make it an Okizeme monster. because that is one of Hellblaze's strongest skills. Is the Okizeme, like beating up people that are on the ground. But yeah, I ended up using Okizeme against Diesel just so I wouldn't have to think so hard in the combat. And Leon can just keep knocking people down. So, and I have confidence in my guess on the mid-low mix-ups when it comes to Okizeme. So guessing is kind of the wrong word. It's just patterns that work on a lot of people, and then kind of observing if they're working or not. So it's conditioning. So I use conditioning when I use my knockdown Okizeme. But the problem with conditioning is if you condition with the same pattern, then now you're telegraphing, so you have to be very careful about that. Man, Nero gave a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna have to write the notes later today. Kind of replay the video and then write the notes so I can work on those things. Really good stuff. I'm enjoying watching you two fight. So something I will say, I'll say it over and over again. In Virtua Fighter, almost the whole move list is useful. So a lot of people might criticize like a slow attack, but slow attacks have their place. There's a few really lame moves, but almost the whole move list is useful in some way. Might not be that you don't have to use them all, but it's just more of just so that you understand that your character, this game, every character has an insane amount of moves, and it's fun to just let yourself try stuff out and then figuring out how to make it useful. And the stronger you get at the game, when you start to see more option selects and stuff, there becomes interesting uses for some moves too. So, tip I will give ZayTiggy is that SpaceTime is a type of player that likes to stay on the ground. So you're going to want to train yourself on figuring out how you make them afraid to stay on the ground, you know? Or just keep punishing them for staying on the ground until they finally start tech rolling. And Hellblaze has a variety of things. They've got ground throw. They've got, after elbow kick, there's of course dash in with low punch and then do a combo. So you have a variety of tools at your disposal to try to mess with somebody that's trying to get up. You can set up rocket discharge from Okizeme as well. What's that? Okizeme is beating up somebody that's trying to get up. That's lying down on the ground. So it's making it hard. Like it's beating up somebody that's trying to stand up. That's trying to get up. So that's what Oki means. Is how to punish somebody that's already on the ground. That was a really good round, though. It's like, you learned that from me, huh? The value of the long range low. So. Dizo's asking if anybody is trying to organize VF5 tournaments in the Northwest. You should definitely try to enter Evo at enter it at Evo, but you should train with Dark Nova. That alone will train you a lot. Actually, the Seattle crew has a really good crew for training. That'll put you guys on good footing for competing. And then at Evo you can train with Rayblade and with Renzo. Renzo is a good sparring partner. He's a really good sparring partner. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun to do. While there might not be tournaments that are organized in the Northwest, I think I'm going to try to get Yangsing, Simon, to go up to Seattle for some of those sessions. And so let's target June and July. I'm going to try to go in June and July because August I can't go. Well, I don't know. I think August everyone's going to Evo, but I'll be going to Thailand in August. Awesome. I'm glad you're doing that. I also recommend contact Nova and then just plan to go early. I know that they start 7, but you can actually go early, even 4 o'clock, and then you get to hog Nova for all to yourself. And then Icky's planning to go too, and you're gonna get a lot of good experience fighting Icky as well. With everyone, LD Wells. Awesome experience. Everyone needs to have good Lei Fei experience. And LD Wells has got a very good Lei Fei. Good battle. I'm going to play 2 more games with you guys. And then I'll call it a night. But I really enjoyed this. Thanks a lot, ZayTiggy, for being available tonight and asking me for a session. Always feel free to ask, and hope you enjoy. Hope you don't mind my lecturing. So. Awesome. Dizo, awesome. Yeah, I hope Frank does stream more VF. It's a lot of fun. Community loves to help. Yep, good punish. So that's what you need to... Good. I have no idea how to use Sarah against Delblade, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So... Damn L-Blaze. Nice. 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 Nice, good round. So nasty. Sounds awesome. The sea salt suite's amazing. I've never been, but I keep hearing how good, how awesome it is. I forgot I'm not Leon. I was gonna try to do that manual sidestep. Good game. Really good battles, you guys. Thank you so much. Alright, let's do it again sometime soon. And SpaceTime, I can talk to you tomorrow if you like. Alright, yeah, give me a call during the day. We'll chat. Just during the day is good. Probably during the early, like 11 o'clock's probably good. Okay, 11 a.m. Okay, so Diesel's got a question. He's asking when... Okay, so I was giving a lesson about sidestep earlier. What would be the use for defensive sidestep? So Diesel, there's a good sidestep and there's a bad sidestep. The good sidestep happens when you're doing it defensively, because it's what we call a successful evade. A successful evade requires that... okay, no problem. He's going to use the restroom really quick. So he'll be right back. Okay, so defensives. So basically, so there are two side steps. There is evade, which we're talking about, or a defensive move in Virtua Fighter 4, or in the game's language. There's offensive move. Offensive move is different. I'll give a demonstration with ZayTiggy. Okay, let's do a demonstration then. So, offensive move you should not use until you're a lot stronger at the game and doing a lot more situations. And the reason is because offensive move you use, like, at some point you get into footsie land, right? You get into places where people are delaying their attacks, they're using footsies, they're using fuzzy guard, right? When you get into that, when you know your opponent's going to do something like that, like a fuzzy guard, that's a good time to use offensive move, because offensive move is actually, if you do offensive move, you'll get hit if your opponent attacks. If the opponent throws, you'll get thrown. So why is it good? It's good when your opponent delays, because you will instantly set up side turn. And in this game, side turn has its own thing. So I might hit the opponent, I might get advantage, and then do offensive move. And so then, now he's side turn. See how he's side turn? The frame data is different on side turn. And so that is how you set up. So offensive move should be used when you have advantage. But the problem is, if the opponent attacks, you're going to get hit out of it. If the opponent does a launcher, you're going to get launched. If the opponent throws, you're going to get thrown. So you do it when you have advantage. You do it when, like, after you've knocked them down, and then you kind of set them up for when they wake up, right? That's an easy one, but it's also like if I score a good advantage, like +8, because I counter hit them with a jab, then I can do this if I want to, and force a side turn game. And side turn can be a real pain in the butt because the frame data is different on side turn, and so that's a higher level play, and that's how you can lock some people down into standing combos from side turn. That's offensive move, but offensive move shouldn't really be used until you're fighting at a higher level. I would say if you're going with the ranking system, like level 35 and up is when you start offensive move becomes good. Because when you do offensive move against a beginner, they just launch you. When you do offensive move against a beginner or intermediate, they just throw you or launch you. And so it's just hard to use. But it becomes really good to use when people fuzzy guard. So like I'll do this. So like let's say ZayTiggy, you can do offensive move, which is you tap up and then you hit all 3 buttons. So you tap up, neutral, all 3. Try doing offensive move. Tap down and then down, neutral, and then all 3. All 3 after the neutral. Yeah. I forgot you're playing on pad, so it's a little weird for you. But yeah. Okay. So basically, yeah. Side turn. So side turn, you set up better advantage. You set up a really cool situation. I love this game's side turn situation. That's the innovation that this game brought. Like one of the biggest innovations. Now, okay, normal defensive move. So again, if I have advantage, you don't want to do sidestep from advantage. You don't want to do defensive move from advantage. So go ahead and attack me after blocking my jab. Okay, but you got to buffer it, so you got to be fast. See, I will lose. And that's because after he blocks or gets hit by my jab, I'm plus. And so when I'm plus, it's just not good. Because it's impossible for him to be in the middle of his attack when I do the evade. It only works if like... So I get what we call the bad evade. This is the bad evade. When in neutral, this is the bad evade, right? Good evade happens where now you're going to block my elbow, and then I'm going to sidestep, so you go ahead and do an attack after, or do an elbow after. I can't do it when you get hit, so you got to block the elbow, and then counterattack. So block the elbow and then counterattack, and I'm gonna buffer the evade. Oh, see, that was the delay attack. Yep. So if I hit him, it's not going to work. But if I'm at disadvantage, the evade works, right? And that's because you got to use sidestepping in this game is like parries in Third Strike. You got to use it when the opponent's already in their attack. Because the first thing that the sidestep checks is the opponent attacking. If the answer is no, it will be the bad evade. If the answer is yes, then the next question is, are they doing a full circular? If the answer is no, then then we go to the third question. If the answer is yes, it will just beat, this full circular will beat my sidestep. So then if the opponent is doing a half circular, I have to evade either to their front. In this case, L-Blaze's chest is facing the up direction, and L-Blaze's back is in the down direction. Or if we want to use compass, L-Blaze's chest is north, and then his back is south, but it changes. He can change his stance. He can change which direction is his chest and which direction is his back. So in this game, to properly sidestep, you need to sidestep towards their front or their back. If front and back is confusing, you can look at front foot and back foot, but that's like the reverse. Front foot, back foot is like, the back side is the same as the front foot, because that front foot is blocking your view, right? But we use front and back, so try to get used to front and back. Does that make sense, Dizo? Does the sidestep explanation make sense? Again, think of Third Strike parry. That's what it is. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now, coming from Tekken, here's the thing: sidestep. So I'm gonna do an elbow. He's gonna block, and I'm gonna buffer in a sidestep, and he's gonna throw. Throw beats all evade. So yeah. So if he throws right away, if he buffers the throw wins. Like, let's say I'm gonna do, so this time don't throw, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do ECD. This is ECD, okay? He's gonna throw. And there you go. It wins against that, as long as he does it right away. As long as he does it right away or buffer it, then ECD will lose to throw. And it's actually really, but if he's late, I might duck the throw. So yeah. So all evade cancels generally lose to throw right away if buffered. Yep, there we go. But now, okay. No, I can do a throw escape. And then I guessed wrong there. He did back, I guessed wrong there. Go ahead and do back. See, I can still do it. But so I'm doing this, and then I'm doing back throw. So this is ECD into back throw escape. Right. The only thing is I like to be greedy, so a lot of times I'm trying to attack you after an ECD. Yeah. So this game gives you a lot, right? You can do ECD this. You can also do evade dash guard into throw escape. But because it's forward, the back throw escape is actually the more difficult one. So you'll see a player like Nero, who was in the chat earlier, the best player in Europe. He'll do stuff like he'll purposely do back throws against people because he wants their hands to be tied up with their technique. Like if he knows they like to do evade dash guard, then he'll do something that make them have to kind of like go and do a back throw, right? It's a lot of pressure, and then it sets you up for like guard break. Yeah, so that's a lot of technique that's in this game. There's a lot more too. See how I can do kick and then I can guard cancel kick? This can, if I time it right, this can make a throw. This technically counts as an attack, and while it's an attack, throw will lose to attack. So if I time it right, the throw will whiff, you know. Yeah. So there's a technique like this. You know. Not every character has this, but this actually works to beat throw. So there's a lot of fun stuff in this game, and it makes it really fun. Yeah. So I love Virtua Fighter. So, all right, let's fight ZayTiggy. This move is actually a really good move. So I know it looks dumb, but this move is legitimately good because it's like an instant low crush, and because on counter hit it does ridiculous damage. So it's like, who needs combo when you do that much damage? You know. And so, but do you know why people struggle to punish it? A lot of VF players have trouble punishing it because it has such a huge stun that they have to wait to punish it. If they input the punish right away, it'll just, nothing will come out, and that's what happens to a lot of VF players. Is we input too early. We already punch in the move and nothing comes out, and we're like, oh damn it. So yeah.
This is for real. Say your prayer.
Round one. Ready, go!
Yeah, that was a really good knee. How are you feeling about the way combat is in this game?
Round two. Ready, go!
It's like it's intimidating, but you do like it, right? Yeah, this game gave everybody good damage. In VF4 to VF5 vanilla, only Jeffrey and Wolf do like this level of damage, and everybody else kind of has to build up to it. So, but this game kind of gave everybody big damage, and I kind of like it. But I admit that in a VF6 I would like more classic damage, because I felt that the matches were more strategic, like the rounds were more strategic. And so I feel like this game is really good. Actually, this is my favorite game in the series, but this game just plays a little more tactical than strategic, because you can run away with rounds, you know. And I still like it, but it's just but I do miss the VF4 era and the VF5 vanilla having this, like, constructing the round wins and building up reads before you even finish the first game. Like, you have a lot of reads to work with. But Leon was also very low damage in those games. And so, like, I kind of had to really build up a lot of reads and really make some gambles. Alright, I'm going to set up a raid. Thank you guys very much. And everyone have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to create a dashboard. We're gonna add to the hype and send people towards Juicebox studying Street Fighter 6. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun watching Juicebox study the game and break things down for everybody. And I feel like everybody was enjoying that with me doing that tonight. So if you enjoyed me doing it with Virtua Fighter, I think you'll enjoy Juicebox doing that with Street Fighter. Alright, cheers. Everyone have a good night, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, peace. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, send them my way, even on PS app. I'll give you an answer eventually, so. Alright.